Hello, fellow Disney Plus watcher. I'm so excited to talk with you about Disney Plus, or I should say, the Book of Boba Fett today. And I'm not alone.
Hey, I'm back.
Great.
Remember me?
From last week. Maybe
From
you
last
don't.
week.
Maybe you're new. If you're new, we also discussed I think it was 26 minutes long. We discussed the first episode after we saw it, right after we saw it, and that's also the case now. We just saw the episode. But if you want to watch the first discussion, if you still want to, have some thoughts on the first episode, then you can click in the right-hand corner.
Yeah,
I
feel
guess.
free.
Feel free to watch that. But hey, that's not what we are here to talk about, because there's way more to discuss about this one. By the way, we were full of shit last week about one thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's
mostly your fault.
The composer, he's not composing this thing. He's only making he's creating some themes, but he's not composing. So that was a shock. I didn't notice the first time.
No, it sounded really like Ludwig's score. But who is scoring it now?
Joseph Shirley.
Joseph Shirley.
He's not a really well-known name, but he has worked with Ludwig in the past. So they worked together.
Okay, did he make another soundtrack?
Well, he did
Disney?
some cues in The Mandalorian, apparently.
Oh,
But it's not under his
okay,
name.
Yes,
And he
yes.
did a movie called Bad Trip with him.
Oh, that's the one with Eric Andre?
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I
haven't
listened to
seen
the
it either.
soundtrack, of course. But
I know Eric Andre, but
okay.
from the Eric Andre show, of course. Yes, Joseph
Shirley.
Shirley.
So, but that's just something we wanted to rectify. And I really love the theme music, man. I listened to it like a week. I'm really scared to know how often I listen to it. I don't want to know.
Oh, you already put on the 1 hour version, so
Yeah,
you should
there's
be
a 1 hour
scared.
version. But that was uploaded yesterday by some YouTuber. But whatever. It's a good shower song. La, da, da, I put it on. Like the first song when I do a shower, I put it on.
The 1 hour version?
No, just I listen to other tracks after it. Okay. And I'm just gonna. Okay, this is very private actually, but
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed. I'm myself, man. Okay, but the thing about this new episode that I didn't expect was the flashbacks. That part of the story is gonna be huge. That is actually
Yes.
an expansive story.
Well, this episode mostly was a flashback.
Mostly, I think 2/3. I think that is about right.
Yeah.
The first third is current day, the current
present day.
present
Boba
day,
is
thank you.
the Jajumir of Mos Vespa,
the daimyo.
Daimyo, whatever.
He's trying to get accepted as daimyo. Yeah, let's talk about that part first, because that was the part that came first.
Yeah.
And it really wasn't exciting. It was actually it was a better episode than the first one, also in terms of suspense.
Oh, yeah.
Not only because of the second part of the episode, which was way more exciting than I thought it would be, but also the first part, the present day part, there's more intrigue. There's more. I don't know. I actually can't believe that Robert
Rodriguez.
I'm just gonna slander his name every time. Robert Rodriguez. I can't. I just can't.
Say it in Spanish. Robert Rodriguez.
Robert Rodriguez. I'm just
Rodriguez.
gonna don't take it the wrong way, but I'm just gonna call it Robert Rodriguez. He actually did the first episode, and then this one is directed by Steph Green and assisted by Dave Filoni. Whatever.
Written by Jon Favreau, of course.
Yeah, and he's gonna
Like
direct
always.
the next one. That's interesting.
Jon Favreau?
Yeah, Jon Favreau is gonna do the third one.
Okay, cool.
But I actually, if you told me the first 2 episodes are by Robert and Steph Green, and I watched I watched those 2 back to back, I would guess they were the other way around, because this was the big episode, it was the bold episode, it was the way cooler action. Everything about it was twice as good.
Yeah, the first one was really just... We're getting started, We're warming up
Yeah,
to this big-ass
yeah, it was
train
the first.
robbery, what we'll talk about later. No, it was not robbery, but whatever.
Train heist.
Train heist, yes, it was kind of a heist. Yeah, but Steven...
I actually think the huts are cool. Yeah, that's cool. The huts looked really cool. Really good.
It felt when the Hutt's twins arrived, you first heard the bonka bonka, they went outside.
I thought it was part of the soundtrack, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it was
That
just
cool.
their... well, they were being carried, of course, because they're really heavy. it was cool that they are still in the game. You know, the Hutts are still in the game,
and it makes some sense.
Yeah, it makes some sense because if you watch the Clone Wars, you know that there are many Hutts.
Yeah,
it's not only Jabba; it's also the Zero Hutt, the small
Zero,
ass.
Zero the Hutt is such a weird character. I don't know.
Such a stupid guy.
Wow, look at my love. You know the episode with? Oh my god, I'm gonna put in a clip of that.
Yeah.
Zero, honey, much you love.
A bit abrupt.
That episode is so bad. I can't remember what her role in it all was, but
No, I don't
it was
remember at all.
It was one of the worst episodes of Clone Wars was with Zero the Hutt. But it was interesting. Nell Hutta was mentioned. Yeah, Boba called it Hutta. He mentioned it, like real quick, and
yeah.
I just recently rewatched like most of the Clone Wars, so I
you know what it is, yeah.
Very fresh memory what Nell Hutta is. That's the base. That's the Hutt planet.
Oh, it's a real. It's the Hutt. It's a whole planet with Hutts. Hutts. Only Hutts.
I think. Yeah. I think something like that.
Okay, that's gross, but
no, but there's other characters. You should watch the episodes. I'm not gonna.
Yeah. I'll write it down. But it was cool that they were on Tatooine. Like, it makes the crime world a little bit more. Well, it makes it bigger. Because in the first episode, you're like, okay, he shot Bib Fortuna in Mandalorian. He's now the leader of Tatooine. There are no consequences, but there are consequences.
Yeah.
You have to, like... They didn't forget their nephew or brother or whatever was strangled by a princess.
No.
Jabba isn't forgotten. He ruled with fear. Well, I like to rule with respect.
Yeah, and that's good about it. I got the impression when this show got announced and it got its first trailer and blah 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 blah, when it came, that they were just gonna, they were just clean slate. This is new. This is Boba's new story. It's exciting. We're gonna take his name and put a new legacy on it.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they make sure, and also in the flashback sequences, they make sure that his story makes sense. That he got a journey where he is at a point right now that is very different. He's not the hired gun anymore. He's a crime lord. So what? Why are you changing that up? Are you respecting these characters? A lot of fans are really angry with the. Maybe a small group of fans, but are angry with the direction they're going in. But I guess after watching this episode, it's not really that justified, because they go really in on why he changed, why he changed, how he changed. But that's also for the flashback sequences to discuss.
Yeah.
But I was really satisfied with how well they're in the story, how well the writers and Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are aware of the legacies, the stories, and know that I'm gonna know that it is a bold choice to give a very new character in Boba Fett. So they make sure to very carefully explain and show us why and how. What were you gonna say? Because I kind of interrupted you.
No. I was just thinking about the Hutts, and they are CGI this time.
Good CGI.
Yeah, good CGI.
Finally. Finally.
There was that little mouse, the male Jabba the Hutt, of a Hutt guy. He had a little mouse. What is like? He rubbed his skin for flies or whatever.
Yeah, I thought.
Poor mouse.
Yeah, I thought was it a perfume? I thought for a moment, but I guess maybe it's for his sweat, because he's very fat and unhealthy.
He's fat
and
ugly.
Fat and ugly and unhealthy, so he sweats a lot. Probably, I don't know. I can't imagine.
No, I don't want to be a Hutt.
No.
No. And, okay, we gotta talk about the cool-ass Wookiee.
Yeah. Or more like...
Yeah, he was like... It was a very angry Wookiee, but I was thinking when... first, there was a shot, you saw the back of the character. I didn't thought it was a Wookiee at first. I thought it was a really...
notice.
No, it was like... I thought it was like a guy with very long hair or anything. But... It was a Wookiee.
Oh, you're right.
But was it a famous Wookiee? Do we know the Wookiee?
No, I don't care. I don't care. It was just a great presence, and I don't think we have seen specifically that Wookiee.
No, maybe, but I was wondering, because you in the third Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith, you have like the Kashyyyk planet, the battle on Kashyyyk,
and you see a lot of Wookiees.
And you see a lot of Wookiees. So maybe he has his own story that he
Or
Maybe he
we'll
was a
find
slave.
out.
We'll find out. No.
Maybe
It's
just-
maybe it's Chewbacca's son from the holiday special.
Whoa!
We'll never know.
Please don't make that canon.
Please don't make that canon. No, the Wookiee was really cool. It was also cool that he was a little bit darker. His hair was more
He was
gray.
terrifying. I was audibly.
You don't want to hug him.
I don't know if you remember my reaction, but I was audibly gasping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the time.
So kind of an extra thing why I was maybe excited. Like there was a 20-30% chance, I believed, that Cad Bane was gonna show up, but that was something completely silly because I was on the YouTube homepage, and I think it was Den of Nerds, like a YouTube channel. Just
Yeah.
he arranged a live watch party, and he did a thumbnail with Boba Fett and Cad Bane, and I thought,
Yes.
oh maybe, but I realized he hasn't seen it yet. He has to pick a thumbnail before he starts.
And he wants views, of course.
Yeah.
So
So
people,
he wants
oh my
clicks.
god,
Cad
Cad
Bane?
Bane is on
I'm
this
gonna watch it with
episode.
him. Yeah.
That's what the thumbnail is for.
One really good thing about this show, and Mandalorian does it a little bit, but this one goes all in, is they really use a lot of what's it called, sayings, word metaphors, like a lot. It's just their way of speaking, and the whole language of this show. That's why I love the I don't know his name, the guy that is with the mayor.
Oh yeah, the Twi'lek looking, the Twi'lek guy, the
whole-
orange Twi'lek.
Yeah, the whole almost royal tones, like royal undertones in the dialogue.
Mayor is indisposed.
I actually think that is the thing that most distinguishes itself from The Mandalorian, along with the linear story, along with the fact that it is not that episodic.
No,
Those two things,
exactly.
because the music is kind of Ludwig.
Yeah,
I'm always paying attention to the music, but no, it's actually those two things: the language, the mafia undertones, and the royal undertones in their dialogue, and the new structure that is just linear, the linear structure. But let's talk about the flashbacks.
no.
I'm ready
First,
for it.
we have to.
Oh, sorry.
The introduction of the mayor, of course. We finally know who the mayor is.
Yeah,
Mok Shaiz.
Mokshais.
Or
I
Mok
kinda-
Shaiz.
I don't know. You
Whatever,
saw the
he-
first trailer, right? So we knew.
Yeah,
like,
but I didn't know he
probably
was
that-
a. In the trailer, I thought he was like a crime lord or whatever.
Oh,
But it's
I kind of knew, but I don't know why I knew. I guess
it's probably the
talks about-
outfit or something. But
No.
he was an Ithorian.
Ithorian.
I looked that up because I don't know. But it's the weird neck looking
Yeah.
creature. But I finally know where his mouth is now, because I never knew where his mouth was.
On the side.
Yeah, on the side. Always thought it was like under, like he's on his
Like
chin
his
or whatever.
throat
But it's gross. It's a gross thing on the side of his neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he is like a translator, so he
Yeah.
sounds like every Mandalorian character.
And it was interesting that he was animated. He was, I think it was motion capture animation.
No, I guess it was a puppet.
Oh, because I was gonna say, I noticed it was animated like a puppet, but it wasn't a puppet.
Maybe his mouth, because the guy who plays him, I don't know his name, is a puppeteer. So
Oh.
I guess
Okay, but because
it's
you
real.
saw it also in his hands. You saw the way he moved his hands was very puppetry. But then I also thought it looked really slick, like modern and
I guess they did a mix, like
A
puppet and CGI, because the mouth,
Maybe.
maybe the mouth or
like they did, like they
outfit or
kind of did with
whatever.
Grogu. Like they switched it
yeah,
up between shots
yes, yeah. I guess
with
I guess
puppetry.
that's
And
yeah.
okay, cool.
Okay, flashback.
Yeah, that section was great, but I wasn't prepared for what the flashbacks. I would have laughed in your face if you were gonna tell me beforehand, you're gonna like the flashbacks way more even than the big story that is taking place.
Yeah, because I was thinking
man.
the flashbacks. Boba got the respect of the Tusken Raiders in the last episode, and I was thinking, are we gonna tell more on the flash? Are we possible? Is it possible that we can see more of the flashbacks, or is it gonna be
yeah.
boring? And it
I expect-
isn't boring.
No, I expected a little more, but now I believe, And we're going to talk about that some other time. But now I believe this show is going to be shaping up to be something very different than we initially thought. So I think they're going to do flashbacks the whole season, and it's actually going to be the big story. But okay. Yeah. What I love about the flashbacks is not only the great action, like really cinematic, really expensive action. I can't believe we're seeing this on TV, but that we now know
movie level shit.
How much these creators care about us understanding why Boba has changed so much. Love that the Pikes got involved. A Pike Syndicate. What is interesting about these Pikes and the Pikes we saw in Solo, I think it's the same clan.
Tell me, because you recognized that it was really quick, and you were like, and I was like, what?
Yeah, already in the first scene, like when they were just shooting up some Tuskens.
Yeah,
really
there's like a train that crosses the desert, and they're like shooting at the Tuskens that Boba has joined. Our Tuskens, our people, and our tribe.
Really attached to them now.
Yeah, we don't see their faces, but they're shooting at the Tuskens, and oh shit.
Yeah, I really.
There was
one really quick shot where we saw one of the Pikes from Solo: A Star Wars Story, which is a different Pike syndicate than we see in the Clone Wars. I really like to see one of those Clone Wars. I really would like to see one of those Clone Wars. I'm too excited to really talk. To see the Clone Wars Pikes also in live action sometime. Doesn't have to be the show. But
tell me about the Pikes. Because you have...
I'm not an expert.
No, you are. You are more an expert in the Pikes than I am.
Keep watching. I'm an expert. Yeah. Sorry, don't click away.
He's an expert. He's an expert.
Stay on the video.
You have like the Dryden Voss. Is that a Pike?
No, he's not. He's a human. Dryden Voss.
Oh, okay.
Is he involved with the Pikes?
Yeah, is he involved with the Pikes?
No, it's not. Well, I guess they're really into Crimson Dawn because they're connected to Crimson Dawn.
Crimson Dawn, yeah.
But they're not Crimson Dawn, but they're connected to them. They're really doing a lot of business with them, and they're the Spice Guys. The
Spice Guys.
Spice Guys. That's the new nickname.
I was really. They were talking about spice, and I had to switch a little bit because recently we saw Dune. Yeah, and it was like, and also the desert is called the Dune Sea.
Oh, good.
So I was really like, oh shit, are they? Oh god, Spice, Dune, Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah, stop confusing me. Stop.
The Harkonnen family. Oh my god, they're.
What does that all have to do with
Paul Atreides? Oh my god, is he gonna appear? No, it's maybe it's they like Dune. They probably like Dune.
The Dune Sea, but no, it's not.
No, maybe it's a reference to Dune or like
the original story, like the
maybe they love it so much. Yeah,
okay,
probably.
Maybe
but I was
I
had to switch because everything is so desert now. Every movie has desert.
Yeah, even in the Rise of Skywalker, they go to another desert planet, Pasana.
Desert. We like sand. We like sand.
I don't like sand.
Anakin doesn't like sand.
That's why they do it, just to tease him.
Screw Anakin. Boba joined the Tusken Raiders. He now has their respect because he choked an animal to death.
Yeah,
so he's really friendly, and I noticed that the Tusken Raiders really sound like ducks.
Oh yeah,
and they sound like donkeys. That's the mix of ducks or donkeys.
Yeah, both together. It's just it's a mix.
Duxy. Yeah. But I like that the Tusken Raiders are now a little bit more human. Yeah. Instead, they are like screaming terrorists in the sand who like shoot people and then scream.
Yeah,
we shot him.
I already liked them more after the Mandalorian episode, the Marshal.
Yes.
But now they're just like this tribe. All my love. I never laughed this much, by the way, in a Star Wars a TV episode. And it's mostly because of the Tuskens. Mm-hmm. But they're just funny because they don't know they're funny. And it's not... I'm not laughing at the expense of them. I'm just laughing with them because I love them so much.
We laughed at when they fell off the speeder.
Yeah, okay.
That
was a great sequence. And I love Boba as the teacher. He's growing in higher in ranks so fast. Way faster than I thought. But he's now a teacher.
I don't know why.
Drive teacher.
But... Boba, Temuera Morrison, if I Temuera Morrison. I think he's also really funny, in a way, because he's acting really serious. But that's what makes him funny sometimes. The way he looks
facial
at
acting.
Yeah, and then he has a great rage face. Every time he fights, he's going full B-movie Nicolas Cage look. He's
Even the bar
full
scene,
rage. Yeah,
the bar scene,
full of rage,
Oh,
and it's funny.
man. Yeah. The bar scene, by the way, was also kind of funny. It was just cool to see him kick ass, but it was kind of funny too because
like
of that.
Two people are probably having a date night or anything. They met on Star Wars Tinder.
Yeah,
So,
this is not right.
Let's order some nachos, and suddenly those raiders taking the nachos, playing like some kind of weird video game, Pong-looking video game.
Terrible place for a first date, by the way.
Why did you choose that place? But you have like a beautiful moon. You have 2 moons on Tatooine. For hell's sake, you can look at the moon.
Just pick 2 spots. Yeah. Just go split up your evening. Pick 2 spots.
Let's go to a biker bar where.
I love that when Boba just checked all the. Was looking at which bike am I going to use? What bike do I want? And then he just takes them all. And then one moment later, he just has them all. And
he just.
I audibly said, "Yeah, sure."
Whatever. It's you. And what makes the scene extra badass? He does everything in his pajamas.
Oh, it looks like a pajamas now that you.
Yeah, but he was walking to the bar, and I thought, why isn't he wearing any armor? Why is he hasn't?
He doesn't have his armor.
No, but you can like put something on your arms or whatever. It's a pajama, but that's what makes it cool. He's beating up a lot of guys in his pajama, and he's looking cool. And
yeah, it's also the purpose.
It's also
one of the purposes of these flashbacks. Sorry.
Yeah, if I was a raider, and this guy stepped in his pajamas, I was like, I would laugh.
Yeah.
But then he would probably beat the shit out of me first with his gun.
And it's deliberate that they're showing them also a lot of that we're spending a lot of time with him without the armor, because we have to appreciate him under the armor before we can raid for him.
Yeah, of course, and it's in the end he gets some kind of armor, and he gets a steel stick instead of a wooden stick. He has to. I guess it's also a way to prove himself, and it's cool that they still, because Boba Fett was always cool. That was his thing.
Just cool.
Yeah, he was just cool in the originals. Except when Han Solo accidentally touched his jetpack and he fell. But
that was a little bit really less cool.
But when he was introduced in the Mandalorian, bomb, awesome.
Yeah, you have a clean slate, and there's both a good thing and a pit to fall in.
Yeah, and he's staying. He's staying awesome, and that's what I like about it. He's not. I don't hope. Don't hope he's becoming like a super moral good guy. So, oh no, I don't want to beat you up. No, he beats them up, and he beats them up hard with a face.
Has to stay in the gray area, otherwise
it's not Boba Fett anymore. Exactly.
Okay, I was surprised actually that this stick that we see the first time in the Mandalorian episode is actually not a steel stick. It's from wood, but painted, and I don't know how they. What they do, they burn it, like the outside of it.
Let it dry or whatever.
Just really, it was really well crafted from that stick, from the weird tree, which was a sequence I was feeling a lot. I was feeling a lot during that sequence.
Yeah, the LSD lizard.
LSD
lizard. He flipped in his nose. And suddenly he became high and found his purpose.
Yeah, I thought, are we gonna get a big twist that they're actually kind of an evil cult that's trying to
take over Boba.
Take over his thoughts.
Yeah.
I was kind of scared for a moment. Not really. It's a Star Wars it's a fun Star Wars episode. I was not scared. It's not a horror movie, but I was worried. Like, are we gonna get a weird twist? But then it kind of became some wishy fantasy Chinese influenced sequence where he has to find himself at the tree. It was really
it's really
weird, but
weird and erotic. Thing with the tree, but also like resembles the Sarlacc where he fell in. You see all the Jawa eyes in the background. He has to fight himself out of the trees. It's like a little recap of the first episode, but then as a dream sequence.
Yeah, why did we get the first episode? Just leave it.
Yeah, just leave it there.
No,
and there was I don't know if it's a new shot, but you see young Boba running to the window, and you see Slave 1 or Slave 2 or whatever. Django's ship you see flying away. But is it a new shot?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Totally, I think.
Because he looked a little bit of digital. Then,
but
the
Attack the Clones is the most boring Star Wars movie for me. So maybe I'm just...
Cut that out.
No, I'm not cutting it out. Sorry, it's the worst Star Wars film for me.
Worse than Phantom Menace.
Oh yeah, I was I think I at one point switched them up. Phantom Menace is still sorry, we're digressing here, but Phantom Menace is still a little bit more grounded as a film. It's filmed on real film, and Attack of the Clones is just completely ugly looking, and the CGI is sorry if you. Some people are pressing dislike right now. Let's stop talking about the prequels.
No. Press the dislike.
No. If you like this discussion overall, just press like, please. Sorry. Okay.
If you like Attack of the Clones, press like.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. I'll allow it.
No, okay, but it's a dream sequence. And he fights and he gets a new stick, and a stick that is also a little bit shaped as the nipple stick we get, because it looked like.
Yeah, I thought
when he's carving it, it's like a big nipple on the outside of the stick. So that's kind of cool.
Oh, I'm never gonna see that the same. Okay.
It's now a pointy nipple. Very hard pointy nipple.
Why did you put that in my head? Okay, go on.
That's the only thing I see.
That's your note. Carving the nipple stick. That's good.
Yeah, I've written it down. Carving the nipple stick.
Oh my god. Oh, this is gonna be the title maybe.
Why isn't that the title of the episode? Book of Boba Fett, episode 2, Carving the Nipple Stick.
By the way, talking about laughing real hard, I was laughing out loud with the kids, the little Tuscan kids. There was one moment that they shot that creature that came out of the sand, that little, I don't know, hound,
what was
dog
it?
creature. It was just appeared suddenly, and they shot it like...
Yes! We shot a creature.
Such savages.
A harmless creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's food for them. I guess they use it as food.
Oh yeah, we don't. Oh yeah, we shouldn't forget that they also have to eat.
Yeah. So maybe we don't have to be so hard on them. Yeah.
No. Oh yeah, and finally when they carve the nipple stick, and you also get a really a suit up scene where he's standing really masculine in his bare
he suddenly
belly.
laughed very
Yeah, but
loud.
it was so over the top masculine. It was like standing, like it was like Adam Driver in Last Jedi. Ray. When he wasn't wearing any shirt, it was.
That
they have to
level
show
of
he
masculinity.
trained. Yeah, we have to show he had worked out. But they gave him a new outfit, and I was constantly wondering, this outfit is way hotter than, not hotter in a sexy way, but you are in the desert. Why are you wearing so many cloaks?
Okay.
He was wearing the pajama. There was probably one piece, and now he has like 2 or 3 blankets wrapped around him, and a hoodie.
Yeah, it's to look legendary, but
yeah, it's
right.
too cool. It's to look cool. It's like
and it's the
like
it's
Jesus,
the
Jesus
Chinese
type.
samurai scene from Star Wars never got this samurai.
No, he's really embracing the samurai look.
Yeah, and I didn't expect to have such a magical ending, such a magic fantasy in this episode right at the end. I kind of thought after the big train heist, which is maybe I'm not surprised if that will end up be the biggest action set piece of the show.
I surely don't hope so.
But it was big.
It was big.
I thought it was ending after that, like somewhere around that. We're kind of done, but it's a long episode. It felt very long in a good way.
Yeah.
It wasn't too long, but it felt very long. It was 52 minutes with credits.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something we knew beforehand, but woo. So I didn't expect the direction it went in. I expect the main story, I expected to have some type of story where I'm the crime lord now, and no, you're not, because who sent this? That's kind of very cool, but expected. But this, I'm rooting for the flashback story now. I didn't expect to say that.
No.
The
main story a little bit boring. It's not
last
boring,
week,
but
last
it's
week it kind of was maybe.
Yeah, but also when the trailers, they were like showing mostly parts of the main story, the present story.
That's what I had
and
to sell.
I wasn't really hyped about that story. It looked cool, Boba being a new crime lord, he has to get political, he has to work himself to the top again or whatever.
You can only do so much.
Yeah, and I was thinking 7 episodes of this, just talking and accepting money, and
They got
now,
something up the sleeve.
Yeah,
it's
they probably
great.
got something up the sleeve. But now when they introduced the Hutts and the mayor is a dick and everything, it's a little bit more interesting. And the flashbacks are interesting as well. But I think they don't have to pull it all the way.
Oh, and now I want them to.
Yes.
Now I want them to.
He only has to
yeah.
find his ship.
I want
guess.
them in a big war with the Pikes.
Yeah, it's gonna be a war. You think?
And I want the stories to intertwine. But we're gonna talk about this later this week.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. It's gonna
Later
be fun.
this week.
I have some thoughts.
Do we have to say something more about the train or?
Oh yeah, just one. It was just good action. I can't talk for 10 minutes about that. It was just good,
It was
well
cool.
filmed. It was really cool. What I take away from that is that I felt like it was going to connect to Solo in maybe with Kira. I don't know, there are rumors about that, but I
hope.
haven't read into that. Maybe that's cool, but
Emilia Clarke forever.
yeah. But yeah, the Pikes and the type of train. I was really taken back to the train heist in Solo: A Star Wars Story.
Oh, yeah, of
To
course.
have the Pikes and such a train heist brought me back to Solo. So that was something that's just a
Yeah,
thought.
it's just and their love for Western movies, of course, because it's
Yeah.
really the train heist is a really Western thing to do.
Yes, I haven't even realized that yet. But
But that was also
so
in the
true.
last episode. You have like Boba is being dragged through the desert. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was also a really Western thing because you have in the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, the Sergio Leone film with Clint Eastwood. You have also a scene where one of the characters, the Ugly, is being dragged through the desert, and he is like his face is all dry. And that what I
Yeah.
remember most of the movie is when Clint Eastwood is also in the desert. He's staying there really long. I guess he's been captured. It's a long time ago I watched the movie, but the thing I mostly remember is that his lips were really dry. You see it.
Carves in the
Yeah, it's like really white lips, and I always remember when I think of that movie, I think about Clint Eastwood's dry lips.
and that's what Boba's face looks like.
Yeah,
His whole
and
face
the whole
looks
face
like.
is like a dry lip.
Yeah,
Clint Eastwood's dry lip.
they modeled it after the lip.
And I'm glad they are sticking with the Western themes because Star Wars is a space Western, in my opinion. Especially A New Hope. It's really
Yeah.
a Western.
Okay, true.
And I love Westerns, so I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I love Clint Eastwood's dry lip.
So to start to wrap this up, now I expected to what I expected from last week is to like the main story and to kind of okay, let's get it over with flashback story. I thought I was gonna feel about that, but like after a few episodes you can drop it, and we saw a little bit of how he came out, and that has a big an extra thing on top of it, an extra story. Now I just want to be 2/3 of the episode flashbacks. I'm in, man.
Yep.
I'm in. If he goes higher and higher in rank, and it starts to intertwine, I love it. I am baffled with the scope of the action set piece. I'm intimidated by the Hutts and the little chewy guy, the big muscly. A lot of things to be hyped about, and
Yeah.
I just love it.
Oh yeah, we have to talk about the dance in the last scene, of course.
Oh, we can talk about it for
If you put any other music under that, it would be really funny. If you put a Nicki Minaj song under
That's
it.
gonna be a meme, or maybe we
gonna
have to
be a
start
meme.
it. If it isn't already a meme, we have to start it.
It's our meme now. It's our meme. The Tusken Raider dance is now our meme. We put Nicki Minaj under it. Put every pop song under it.
Maybe they can dance on the Mandalorian theme song.
Yes.
Yeah. If I have time, I put it in. I put it in
Yeah.
right here.
Oh, of course, we got the return of our favorite character, the Matt Berry droid. He's back.
Oh
and he's
yeah.
not going anywhere.
After the review from that we did last week, I was just watching all kinds of clips from the IT crowd from Matt Berry. I love his voice.
Yeah, I
for this
really
character.
hope that the Matt Berry droid is like putting open a drawer and he finds
Yes,
a gun. And he's
that
like,
was
oh, a gun!
I think I've never looked in this drawer.
Oh, a gun! I wonder if it's still
loaded.
woke.
I wonder if it's loaded.
Oh. I was gonna bring that up. Oh, I love that scene.
We're in sync, man. Oh, and apparently that droid is in Return of the Jedi.
No way.
Yeah, I recently watched Return of the Jedi, the Jabba the Hutt part, just the first 40 minutes of
That's
the
why I
movie.
invited you.
Yeah, and you have like the scene, C-3PO and R2-D2 are invited into Jabba's palace, and they are being, they were giving new jobs or anything, because they're like, oh, I'm a present from Master Skywalker, and they were like, oh, you should be the translator droid, you should be the translator droid, and R2 is like riding through the palace, and he suddenly sees a gonk droid being tortured by Matt Berry droid. Matt Berry droid is...
Oh, okay, but his voice wasn't in the movie.
No, because
okay.
he probably was a kid. I'm a kid! Father! He's dropping like a really hot plate on the feet of the gonk droid, and the gonk droid is like, ah! And that's Matt Berry droid. He was already part of Jabba's palace.
Okay.
He has
I didn't
a
know.
history. Matt
Wow.
Berry droid. He has to get a show. I'm keep repeating it.
Okay, but overall,
Great episode. Loved it more than last episode, because last episode I also liked, but I just liked it.
yeah,
It was
me too.
I felt I
Kinda
didn't
eh.
feel anything when watching it. Was like, okay, cool, we got something new, Star Warsy.
feels good to be in the world.
Yes,
like
it feels
like
good.
that.
And this one, yeah, we get it, man. We got it. We
got the hype the director
yeah.
promised.
Yes, I'm hyped now.
And I don't even care if we get big cameos. No, I want Cad Bane. But I don't even care
want
that
a lot of
much if
cameos.
the show is just this good.
Yeah,
Just let it stand on its own. I don't mind.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and it turned my wishes about the show around for me, and I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
So it's great to talk about this episode. I think we're kind of through it. So I'm thinking to wrap this up.
Yep.
So thank you so much for listening and watching. If you like this kind of video, it's cool to leave a like. It would really help.
Let us know in
Yeah,
the
and-
comments what you think of it.
Yeah. How would you compare the two episodes? Like, what kind of do you like, the slow burn of the first, or the big action set piece of this one? Big big stuff. We're done. We're done here.
done.
Thank you so much. Oh, I laughed so much during this episode. I'll be back with maybe a predictions video about the next episodes. And yeah, for now, have a wonderful day and see ya.
See ya.